I'm really delighted to be here today for the opening of the Government of Kenya and the United Nations Service Center, which is intended to provide a broad range of government services required by UNON and other UN agencies to enable them achieve their mandate. I think we're all aware about the importance of this office. My dear colleague, Zainab, we call her Zainabu, has articulated in very clear terms about the importance of the UN office and the fact that it was established a long time ago and that over the years it has expanded without us even understanding its complexities, its intricacies, and its value not only to our country but to the region and indeed to the international community at large. We were surprised during COVID-19 about the scale of the work that the UN does in our region and how important Nairobi is to the advancement of that work. We were at some point quite overwhelmed by the requests we were getting from school children stuck at the border, from people needing to be medvaced, from people needing to move at night. It was astounding to us. And that's when we began to have these conversations with your Director General. And it is her who was able to explain to us in some detail what we were dealing with. And we were absolutely flabbergasted. So in order to deal with the COVID-19 challenge, we set up a temporary multi-agency committee to try and keep humanitarian agencies supported and to help everyone navigate through that crisis. And out of that crisis, we were able to see that in partnership with the UN, we can achieve great things very quickly. And as Zainabu has said, through our collective efforts with the Nairobi Hospital, we were able to set up a COVID-19 hospital and to build it in 4 months. I mean, the building in 4 months is as a consequence of Zainab's constant visits there, day and night, pushing the contractors and basically showing that if you're committed to something, and if you truly want to succeed, you have to be diligent, but you also have to be committed, and you also have to have the hope that things will succeed and that you are prepared to work with others. CS Mutai, Kagwe, and I christened our little group, the Night Owls, because Zainab would call us at all hours to tell us about the challenges that she was confronting, the headway she had made on sorting out, all the things that had to be done, quarantine centers, areas for people to recuperate, the hospital, dealing with people who come here for rest and recuperation. It was a whole lot of work that she had to juggle, and we were delighted to be able to assist her. But out of all that, it became very clear that we needed some sort of permanent structure to be able to advance the work of the UN office here, to elevate the UN to its salient place in our international engagements, and also to provide it with the kind of quality of service that it needs. We started off, I think, by opening up a desk for the UN at the airport to enable, diplomats quickly move through the airport. We also tried to deal with the backlog of some of the issues that had been pending for a long time. And it became clear that we needed to do something a little bit more intricate, a little bit more proximate to the UN itself, and to be able to create a relationship that would withstand the test of time. It's not sufficient to create ideas and not to institutionalize them. So we're here today to institutionalize and to crystallize a partnership that is essential for supporting the UN as it also undertakes its own expansion. This center will provide a variety of services, services from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, from the police, from the Citizen and Immigration Services, from the National Transport and Safety Authority, and so on. We believe that as the center will begin its work, we will begin to see that there are other areas where staff need support. And we will then be elastic in our approach and see how many more services we can bring and offer, not only to your staff here, but those who visit from time to time, and those who need to pass through Kenya to achieve the objectives of the United Nations in our region and in the Global South. We remain committed to supporting UNON as it begins to expand its facilities and infrastructure here. We have big dreams for UNON. We want it to be the real center for environmental multilateralism. We want it to be the real center for dialogue on issues that are critical for the South. We want it to be a center for dialogue around peace, for dialogue around humanitarian action. We want it to be a strong place for the UN to engage, and for UN values, be they values around governance, be they values around human rights, are able to find a home here within our region. So we will continue to walk with you in this journey of growth and expansion. We know that we have committed ourselves to helping you establish a humanitarian hub here, and work is going on that. And in the coming weeks, we'll be able to provide more information around that. But we intend for this institution to achieve its promise.